A quick housekeeping note. I have received a donation of 2 new phones, 2 new devices, so that I may continue to do this without interruption, except for my allergies. What I'm using right now are 2 Galaxy S5s that are respectively 7 and 5 years old, and turning 8 and 6 years old. The new devices are both going to be refurbished S9s, so going to be refurbished to new and quite useful. Thank you for the donation. And I will be transferring everything on these old devices to the new, so I may record ahead and post the recordings early. If I record and post Friday and Saturday, Thursday, do not look at Friday and use the scripture until after 4 p.m. Thursday. Do not use Saturday before 4 p.m. Friday, because you're looking at then as a vigil of Saturday, a vigil of the date. I would prefer it that you wait until that date, but if you can't, I understand. On to today's lesson. This lesson is titled originally Together as One Body, and I added the one people of the world. Someone may be rich and powerful, but without friends they trust, they'll never be happy. Someone else may be poor, but surrounded by friends they trust, they'll always be happy. Showing concerns for others is the best way to make friends and fulfill our own interests. We are, at heart, social animals. We need to be warm-hearted and to take care of others. We can do that in the real world. We can also do that via social media. That's why it's called that. And to take care of others, we need to remember what we have in common as human beings and to stop committing the very stupid error of hubris, of vanity, thinking that we know better and more than God. God did not create many peoples, many different bodies. God created one body in his own image. Each of us is an exact reflection of him at the moment he created us. That the Father Almighty is simultaneously male and female, transgender and other, all colors of skins, all abilities and all disabilities, is because he is God. That is part of the divine mystery of God. We are all the sum of him. Everything that he can be, we are. We display the divine mystery and the glory of God at exactly the same time. The proof of our shared identities, the proof that there is no difference between the supposed races and ethnicities and other things that humans have created, is shown at the cellular, the molecular level, at the surface. We who were born without the gifts of the differently abled all have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. There is a reason he gave us but 1 mouth and 2 ears. For that we will have twice the ability to listen and hear than to speak, or half the ability to speak than to hear. But we collectively and individually seem to practice these skills in the opposite direction. We have 2 of each of the limbs, But no one attends to these identical forms. Why should they, if everyone has the same stuff? At the molecular level, all humans are identical, but for a few cells which distinguish each of us from all of the others. Had we been different races, different phyla of the same species, there would be a variation on the basic genetic code, as there is between lions and tigers, for instance. Both are big cats, but different races of cats within that phylum, or closer to species between the great apes. They vary from humans by only 3%, and they vary from each other by 1.7%, but they vary. We don't. All humans are of one race, the human race. By working to prove otherwise, people only harm themselves and their children. Yes, different groups have different histories, but each other has different histories. The whole of the human race has but one birth story. And then God joined all together under the new final covenant, washed clean of all sins, brought together as one by the blood of his beloved Son.